which is nice. But yeah, you know, I've learned a lot about myself, about people, about sports, about everything. So, and I think when you have bad times and you take the good stuff out of it, you become a little bit stronger. But you know, I'm racing. Everyone here has been up and down in their life at some point in racing. So that's why I will never take, you know, today we were lucky, but I will never take them for granted. I'll be happy, I'll celebrate, because I know how hard it is to win a race these days. So yeah, definitely take this one.
Robin, I think there's some advice there to take the moments, take the moments. But before we get to you, Robin, final question for you, Antonio. Huge points for the team, you know, especially when Jaguar lost a lot of them today. It made that team's championship fight even tighter. You've shortened the gap to Jaguar, and you're leading the manufacturer's trophy as well. So things looking pretty good.
Yeah, you know, I said it before, and the plan was always to put all the eggs in one basket here to really try and score as many points as a team with Pascal and myself. But actually, the bet was to really try and help Pascal win this race or close the championship gap to Nick. I think he had a bit of damage in the car or something. I haven't spoken to the team, but that's what I heard. So he wasn't able to be there. And you know, when I'm in the place to try and take the win, then the mindset changes. And you know, but until the last couple of laps, I was asking if there's anything I can do to help. And but yeah, when the opportunity came, and I knew that I could actually be there in contention to try and win the race, I took it. Realistically, it was going to be a P3 today on pace. Okay, Nick made a mistake, so second, and then obviously Mitch got the penalty, so we inherited this one, but as I said, I'll definitely take it.
Excellent. Now, moving on to you, Robin. First podium since Styria. It's been a tough few months for you. I'm going to say this must feel good. Surely it must.
It's a bit of a, no, not quite. I'm not there yet. It's a bit of a weird feeling because it's been a tough couple of months, as you said. Not scoring any points and having the car to score points, being unlucky, has a lot of DNFs. Always, as Antonio says, being on the one coin all the time. So it's not been easy. And then you come here. I wouldn't say everything goes your way, but you're competitive. You have a good qualifying. Car feels good again, and you do a good race and you finish in the podium. So it's just a feeling that I know that we have everything in the team that can do it, even though we improved a lot from the beginning of the season until now of the races we have at the moment. And also I learn a lot, but it's a bit unfortunate that the championship is gone. So yeah, I just want to finish on a high, have another race like this tomorrow, hopefully get that top spot, and then move again to London.
So in terms of where you are, getting good points, coming away with a trophy, it's a crucial part of the season, isn't it? You know, there's futures in the championship are very much in contention. Is there added motivation there to extract everything?
I wouldn't say I'm lacking motivation. I'm come here, and any weekend I'm doing, I want to win like everybody else. So it's just not that, but you're just getting sometimes very frustrating because it's not going your way. And as I said before, I had a lot of DNFs, punctured, got sandwiched by other cars, and maybe that's because I was always at the wrong place at the wrong time, like putting myself in that position, which we spoke about in meetings a lot with the team. So that's why we improved a lot to stay out of trouble. And yeah, if you're always up front, it is a bit easier to stay there.
And finally, can you give me a bit of insight on how strategy played out in this race in terms of the energy management and attack mode? Did it play out as you expected it to?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we were well prepared for this kind of race. Ben on the radio did a really good job to help me kind of like read the race, because this is one of my struggle points in these kind of races. So everything went as planned. I was about at the end to attack Antonio because I knew that it was about to go, but unfortunately his car was better today.
Jeff, moving on to you. Third podium, great result from where you started. A really, really good performance. And obviously in a home race for Penske as well, means that little extra more. Good for the championship position as well.
No, yeah, I think it's good for everybody. Obviously, where we started, I didn't really know what to expect, but I think we had a good strategy, and for once I had a very clean race with everybody around me, so I'm quite happy with that. I think it's the first time I finished with my car in one piece, so you know it's nice. Yeah, it seems that everybody was behaving quite good today. So it was a nice race, extremely happy with P3. Strong point for the championship for the team, and yeah, as you said, on the home side of Jay, I think it's nice. It's nice for him, for our partners, and for the points.
We talk a lot, especially this season, about races like this being more than possible to climb up from lower positions, but that's the theory. What does it actually take to make that a reality in the race?
Well, it's like in cycling. I mean, if you watch Tour de France on Netflix, when there is the échappée going, if you don't engage straight away, you lost it and you cannot come back on the échappée. So it's a little bit the same. Like as the pace picked up, as everybody else has more energy, if you don't go at the front at the right moment, you may never go to the front. But on the other hand, if you go too early, you may burn too much energy and then you will not stay at the front. So I think with experience, we are learning, where this point is, and that's the key in every races is to know where to go. Obviously, there is different strategies. The people starting in front, they try and stay in front. People starting in the back, like I was, are trying to do what I did, to save and then go at the right time.
You talk about that window there to get things perfect. How tight is that window? How fine are we talking?
I think the more we advance and the more the teams are understanding it and doing it in the right way, you're within a lap.
Wow. Okay. Well, with that in mind, thinking about tomorrow, slight change, 1 lap less. How might that change things?
I think it would be a little bit the same scenario, but obviously people are going to start attacking a little bit sooner because you have a bit more energy in the pocket.
We've got a few minutes for some questions in the room. Any questions? Come on, don't let these guys off too easily. No? Oh, you're lucky. Oh, one over there. Katie, go on.
This question's for all three of you. In the past, we've seen some double headers. The first race is a lot more intense, or the second race become a lot more intense. With the way this race turned out, do you have any ideas or concerns about next race being like a lot more aggressive and then more contact, or do you think it's going to be a little bit like what we saw today?
Tomorrow's race is a little bit shorter. It's 1 lap shorter, therefore the pace will be a little bit quicker. So I actually think it might be a bit calmer in terms of how much cars are overtaking each other. Like I think Shanghai, the last doubleheader we had, was a perfect example of that. But it'll still be very, very messy in a good way. But yeah, I think like Jeff said, I think everybody behaved quite well today. I drove side by side with a lot of people for very long and never had problems. I'm not gonna, if you want to say, but that's it. Thank you.
Isn't it going to rain tomorrow? Isn't it going to rain tomorrow? There's a chance of rain, no?
I have a question for Antonio. Hello. We've seen you do the double and win both races over a double header previously in Formula E. I know the style of racing has changed dramatically since then, but do you think you can win again tomorrow?
Definitely. Yes. But, yeah. Me and 22 other guys, but we'll try.
No worries.
Okay. Any other questions?
Robin is asking if I'm done with scrutineering, because he still thinks he's going to win the race.
I think James Barkley might be ahead of the queue in that one. Thanks very much, guys. Congratulations. And a reminder that the media pen will be taking place outside with these two drivers and the rest of the grid. Thank you.